got 2 episodes recorded this morning. I thought it'd be a good time to focus on our notes before we got carried away here. Try posting from Mongoose. So yeah, we were in that episode, uh, and what we really learned off Stack Overflow, we found we need to use the command mongo d. To start the server, to start the database. Alright, so now we're going to be on episode 26. We're still in chapter 5, understanding Mongoose schemas, creating the user schema and model. I feel like we're kind of still working through that. What I really want to look up, we might even go just look at their website. We might get out of the book for a little bit, but let's review where we're at in it first. We may get out of this as we need calls for, but let's focus on where we're at first. User use schema. Okay. Maybe because I'm using the 5, maybe I should try and go back and do it with 3. Take it one step at a time. See. This. Okay, we got it running. So to perform an HTTP post request to the base user's route, make sure that the request body includes the following. Okay, I think I got that. I got this bookmarked about that far down the page. So we're going to go to that route and post that. Perform an HTTP post request. So I think we're going to put a string in to the URL, but I want to look at how here we go. W3 schools is a not good. Some people don't like them so well, but just want to get the basic outline of what we're trying to do here. So we get a little more specific. This is what we would have done in PHP. So that kind of gives me a reference point. But we really want to... This feels like a good... think what we need to look at, be a little more specific. I keep forgetting my timer. It's fine. We're at 7 minutes. Let's go back and look. HTTP post request. Let's be a little more specific and say in Mongoose. I want to see how it's putting the. I think it's just putting the JSON at the end of the. I'm trying to see how they format the JSON into the post. And I can probably go back and look through chapter 1 a little bit better. There it is. Just in quotation marks. Well, it's curl, but I bet that's it. Let's just go look at Mongoose. Haven't actually looked at. Elegant MongoDB Mongo database object modeling for Node.js. Read the docs, discover plugins. Quick start guide. It's a good place. Wait, what was that? Support Stack Overflow. So that might be good too. Supports. Oh, that's even better. Mongo database support. Stack Overflow support. Alright. Let's start with quick start guide. That seems like install Mongoose. Did we even install Mongoose? Is that our problem? That probably the install would have got the dependency. First, be sure you have Mongo database and Node.js installed. We do. And then when now say we like fuzzy kittens and want to record every kitten we ever met in MongoDB. First thing we need to do is include MongoDB in our project and open a connection to test the data. Okay. First thing we need to do is include Mongoose in our project and open a communication to test database on our locally running instance of MongoDB. Getting started JS. Variable Mongoose equals require Mongoose. Mongoose connect. MongoDB. We have a pending connection to the database running on localhost. We now need to get notified if we connect successfully or if a connection error occurs. We're connected. Once our connection opens, our callback will be called. For brevity, let's assume that all following code is within this callback. Console log, silence name. think I'm overthinking this. I think I just got this because Node is a V8 engine. It takes JavaScript commands. Okay. So if I want to make a new user, like they're making a new kitten here. Okay. I may got on the right track. About halfway through an episode. Your application should be running. To create a new user, perform an HTTP post request to the base user's route and make sure that the request body includes the following JSON. Post request. Let's try one more thing here. I don't know if I'm supposed to put that in the route or if I'm supposed to put that in the console log, and I'm not sure about the format to put it into either one. So let's go back earlier in the book. I just want to get it open in different tabs so I don't lose my placeholder. I probably just want to go back like a couple pages really. Because I think they should have described this posting earlier. Like posting to Mongo. In the shell. It's probably in here, post. Should probably go back and review my video, watch myself doing post. Here. That's what I've been looking for. So I'll put that data set in this post. Database, let's see. Okay, I probably do want to review this a little bit better now that I got some context for what I'm doing with it. The name of the database I would be in then. Okay. Kind of curious about that then. Let's go look. Let's look in the bin. Yeah, so we've been making stuff, right? Let's see. It's date modified. Let's look for stuff that was created recently. So where's it storing its data? If the database MongoD 10 days ago. Let's go up, see, MongoD. MongoD server point to bin. It's storing it back locally somehow. Doubt it. That wouldn't make sense. Because it'd be like storing it on the client. But still possible. Um, 16 minutes, okay. Just trying to think this through. Want to insert that at the command line. But I want to know. Okay, let's look at these again. This one's the server. This one's the client. Do I need the client open? If I can't get to that, let's Control C out of there. Zero connections now open. Okay, so what were some of the commands we learned in, let's see what we got. Create a new document, insert a document, creating a document using update, save, find. Here we go. I think find's what we want. Database post find. Let's see if that works. So I don't know if the database, we may have to change. We'll find out. Were we in chapter 4? I have to go back and watch that video. I think because we named it something else, there should be a way to list all the databases. I have to go back another page. Yeah, collections, data, there we go. Use main, Mongo main. Let's do this one, show databases. We're learning, we're getting there. Repetition builds understanding. Nope. Do we have to go back to the bin? Where are we at? Show databases. Let's do Control C. And then let's do the same thing. Let's do show databases. Do I have to get in the shell first? Let's just try doing let's review what we learned about shell. Try running Mongo, I think, then. Okay, let's try this. Mongo D. Waiting for connections on port. Okay, so over here, we're still in chapter 5, and we'll say Mongo. Okay, let's get this one to the bin too then. Figure this out. I'll figure this out. We've got stuck on bigger bugs before in this series alone. We've already worked past bigger bugs. Let's try and get back to desktop. Let's So we're going to get down to bin is in program files now. It's under C. Program files, Mongo database, server 3.2 bin. Help us, Mongo bin. You're our only hope. No, that's not what I want to copy. Okay. Now, we'll change directory, paste path. Okay, now let's get the shell from there, which is Mongo. One connection now open. Okay, now, there it is. So now let's do, what was our command? Show databases. Collections. Database post find. Show collections. I want to show databases. Did I go a page too far? Mongo shell, Mongo databases. Let's try that one. Use mean. Yeah, this one, show databases. That's what I wanted. We're learning. We're getting there. Chapter 4, local main development and test. Okay, we kind of learned something. We're right at 24 minutes. So we've got our database running, and then we've got a shell into our database. And somehow we're supposed to be using Mongoose in Chapter 5's data directory. So do we... But I think what we're going to end up doing is putting... I think we're assumed to be in Chapter 4. And I don't know why that would be. I don't know how. We'll look at that starting next episode, how to get... Because these are all 4 databases here. We started building it in Chapter 4, so we should be inserting a user into the Chapter 4 directory. Or are we inserting a user for the entire system, and that user would have access to all 4 directories. But we're figuring this out. It's a learning process. That's 25 minutes. See you guys soon.